extremely poor, and the medical facilities are poor. We operate a predatory neo-colonial capitalist system which is founded on fraud and exploitation, and therefore you are bound to have corruption institutionalized. Many criminal cases are settled in police stations. I bet illegally.
This is Nigeria.
This is Nigeria is a remix of Childish Gambino's This is America. With this song, Folarin Falana attempts to mirror the issues prevalent in the Nigerian society. It ramped up about 3 million views on YouTube in less than a week after its release. In an era of hip, shaking hits about fame, money, and sex, it was with this video that Falz established himself as an activist, placing him in a category of his own.
This is Nigeria was me telling the Nigerian story on a song originally performed by Childish Gambino. Of course, This is America. Telling the Nigerian story from my own perspective. So touching on issues I felt were really disturbing us as a country, and of course conveying the message in a light-hearted but disturbing manner. So it's somehow ironic, but yeah.
The song raised many controversies. On the 6th of August 2018, the National Broadcasting Commission tagged the song vulgar and unfit for radio. The Muslim rights concern described the musical video, specifically this scene, as a hate video and an assault on the self-dignity of every Muslim.
All because you want to live the Faji life. You ready to pay the price, do the sacrifice. You ready to pay the price, take your mama life. And even you know fit explain this your appetite. You want the Benz, you don't want to take the Taxify. You want all that gold bottles and maybe 35. You want holla private jet things when you catch a flight. Now you don't they share where they lost on, you don't they back for night.
Despite these controversies, Falz went ahead to release an album containing 9 songs, highlighting the same issues he highlighted in This is Nigeria and more.
I had more to say. I hadn't finished. And I feel like there's still a lot to say, and it's almost like you can never really finish. And it's important to always talk about stuff like this. I feel like a lot of artists shy away from making content like this, but it's the more reason why I will continue to make content like this, because music is our music is our biggest voice as celebrities, as public figures. Our music is our biggest voice, and if we can use that to influence the psychic, to influence the mentality of people, then we can be the force that sets in motion the revolution that we're looking for.
We're gonna have a short break.
It's no surprise that Folarin Falana is taking his music in this direction. He comes from a family of activists. His father, Femi Falana, is a popular lawyer and human rights activist in Nigeria, who was also the personal lawyer of musical legend Fela Kuti.
You have the guts to tell me you accidentally discharged. Madman!
Falz doesn't only get his inspiration from his family. It is obvious that the musical maestro Fela Kuti has an impact on his music. The cover of his most recent album, Moral Instruction, was designed by Lemi Garioku, the same artist that designed Fela Kuti's music covers. So, what was it about Fela that impacted Falz so remarkably?
I think the way that he was such an icon, the revolutionary nature, the bravery that he embodied, that kind of bravery, is something you see like once in a century. He's a rare kind of hero. He's a Mandela kind of hero. Someone that continuously makes revolutionary content, and despite the fact that he's beaten, jailed, his mom was killed in the process, his voice even got louder, and that sort of bravery is very rare. That definitely is something that inspires me a lot about him.
Them go hold me to you, them go start to job human beings. Animal talk, don't start again.
Olufela Olusegun Oludotun Ransome Kuti, born on October 15, 1938 in Abeokuta, Nigeria, was a musician and activist who launched the Pan-African style of music called Afrobeat.
Dash them human rights.
It's a fusion of American blues, jazz and funk with traditional Yoruba music. He was the son of labor activist Fumilayo Ransome Kuti. Following his 1969 tour of the United States, where he was influenced by the politics of Malcolm X, the Black Panthers and other militants, Kuti's music became increasingly politicized. He exhorted social change in songs such as Zombie, Monkey Banana, Beasts of No Nation, and Upside Down. In 1983, he was jailed for 20 months on charges of currency smuggling.
Human rights, not my property.
Fela was jailed again in 1993 for murder, but the charges were eventually dropped.
Because, my brothers, what is happening in Nigerian prisons is nothing short of Nazism.
He died on August 2nd, 1997 in Lagos as a result of complications from AIDS.
You be thief, you be rogue.
Fela Kuti's children, Femi and Seun, have carried the torch of Afrobeat music in Nigeria.
I see what hurts me. There's no love story that is more important than what we are discussing right now. I could think about love. I could say, a girl broke my heart. You think I've not had many heartbreaks in my life? Of course I've had. Even my wife left me, so it was a heartbreak. I could think about it. But I don't see that being as important as this discussion. This discussion affects me, affects my children, my neighbor, it affects all of us. My heartbreak is a personal issue. My love story is a personal issue, which many people might relate to it. But personally speaking, as an entertainer, as a musician, it doesn't touch me, it doesn't bother me more than these social issues.
Even though Fela passed away 22 years ago, Afrobeat music is still alive in Nigeria.
Time don't come, my people, now you ready to rise, to be free.
It's righteousness. Righteousness based, not morality. So morality is religious righteousness, which is the failure in all ramifications.
Fela's oldest son, Olufela Olufemi Anikulapo Kuti, was born in Lagos on the 16th of June 1962. Femi's musical career started when he began playing in his father's band, Egypt 80. A few years later, Femi started his own band, Positive Force, and began establishing himself as an artist independent of his father's massive legacy. After his father's death, Femi took over the management of the shrine and carried on his father's legacy of activism through music. He did this with songs like Make We Remember, his remix of Politics Na Big Business, and his album Africa for Africa. Femi has been nominated for a Grammy Award 4 times in the World Music category in 2003, 2010, 2012 and 2013. Fela's last child, Seun, is also following his father's footsteps. Even though Nigeria is now democratic, as opposed to the military era of his father, many radio and TV stations still don't play the kind of music Femi and Seun Kuti make.
I always think that, if a lot of time they beat my dad, that's old school oppression or old school censorship. Now what they use is the technique of exclusion. They've banned me unofficially. You know what I'm saying? So at least they ban you officially, people be like, they banned that guy, we'll go support him. But when they ban you unofficially, you not announce that you're banned. Everybody just knows it's banned. You better know it's banned. When I take it to the radio stations, they don't play my music, because they want me to beep out some words or some memes. I'm like, man, I can't, man, come on, man. You know, don't censor me. If you're not going to play it, just don't play it.
Willis, get that! Anything I talk, make you talk again. Talk again.
This problem has also affected other musicians like Falz. But with the advent of the internet and digital platforms such as iTunes, Spotify and SoundCloud, Nigerian musicians are able to reach a wider, younger audience even outside Nigeria, while also making profits.
It's big. It's sort of revolutionized the industry because initially we were relying on CD sales, physical CD sales. That sort of phased out, and now it's all about digital streams, and it's good money. You know, I'm earning the money in dollars, and when the check comes in, it looks good, and artists can now genuinely feel like they're being adequately compensated for their intellectual property.
Despite his online success, many people believe the direction he wants to take his music will not provide a lot of revenue.
It's not about money, and I don't necessarily agree with that. The album is doing very well, and not up until maybe yesterday or the day before, it was still number 1, even almost over a month after its release. You know, so people are streaming the music every day, and that's why it was able to, stay right up there. So if music is real, if music is genuine content, people will always listen. That's what I think.
So, what's next for this versatile artist?
Music is an art form. Depends on emotion, depends on how I'm feeling. Tomorrow I may wake up, somebody can break my heart, understand? I may decide to give R&B music, something like Confession. I get in. Next tomorrow, I may be listening to hip hop music and feel like, okay, at least I want to be rapping, hip hop parade, that kind of stuff. So generally, it just depends on the way that I'm feeling at any point in time. Yeah.